Hi, Yara. It's great to be with you. Thanks so much for making the time for this conversation.
No, of course. I'm so excited to be here. And of course, I'm just inspired by the work that you do.
Tell me a bit about how you got excited about all of this, kind of your activism.
Of course. I think it really started just foundationally at home. I come from a
Yeah.
really humanitarian-oriented family with a grandfather extremely involved in the civil rights movement and in increasing equity for Black students, among many other things. And I think similarly on the other side of my family, I come from just a lineage of whether they be educators or people really in a position of informal or formal community organizing. That was really kind of, I think, how it began in terms of being forward-facingly publicly, like politically active or socially active. And I think from there, it was just a matter of continuing to find projects that I was passionate about.
So much of this is about how the structures we have for these conversations are not actually built for,
Mhm.
I mean, they're not built for young people. They're often not built for people of color, right? It's sort of the traditional ways that we talk about politics or engage in this stuff. If we believe in democracy, that's yes, it's about voting and it's about policy, but it's also fundamentally about central lived experience of the people who are most affected.
You're absolutely right, because I think what has kept me inspired is the just sheer amount of youth participation and leadership. Whenever I look at my peers, they are consistently innovating on ways to change the world. What I think I've seen is just people really take their skill sets and their natural passion points and continue to figure out ways to shift that towards a greater cause of social equity. In many ways, what we're witnessing right now has not only been consistent, adamant civic engagement up to the election, but what I'm sure will continue to spawn civic engagement post November 3rd.
As people are getting engaged, especially this year, I spend a lot of time thinking about how do we make sure we channel or connect all these folks who are mobilizing, plugging in, feel compelled to stand up in this moment into that kind of long-term engagement, activism, organizing that happens. When you're talking about sort of the youth movement in this moment, or movements in this moment, that's where I get a lot of excitement too, is thinking about there's so many amazing people who are thinking in terms of long-term infrastructure that we need to make the changes we want.
And young people are such a large voter bloc this election. And we've, of course, already saw the surge in youth participation in the midterms, which was incredible. I'm hoping that off of the heels of what we've seen young people able to do, that only increases this election.
Well, thanks so much, Yara, for this incredible conversation and for all of that you're doing in this moment to rebuild our democracy.
Oh, thank you so much. I love the moment to be able to connect and talk all things voting, civic engagement, and sustainable change.
Totally. Thank you so much.